Instead of investing on ECU, why not invest on gears? Real talk tayo.
Check out Moto.
Ay. Hello. Hello everyone, this is your boy Bakla Tomboy J Moto with my Honda Click right here, the Philippine Looper Honda Click. Coming at you somewhere in Ormoc City. Yes, Ormoc City. I think it's almost 4 p.m. Di ako nagkakamali. At papunta na tayong bahay. Galing tayo ng Honda Moto World. Ano ba? Moto World o Motor World? I bought a brake shoe for this Honda Click. And I also bought a new switch for the horn. Kasi di na gumagana yung switch ko. Pinaayos ko rin yung brake light ko na parati na lang pula. Parati na lang naka-brake. Oh, that's important because di malalaman sumusunod sa atin kung nagbe-brake na tayo o hindi. Safety first. Anyway, it's a Monday afternoon today. So bago ang lahat sa mga bagong nanonood ngayon, mga bago dito sa channel ko, I am J Moto, your boy from Visayas. Sayang nga lang, malayo tayo sa Luzon. Di tayo nakapunta ng MMU or Moto Vloggers Meetup 2019, headed by the one and only Gaki Moto. Of course, may mga members din iba na tumulong. Special mention si Polarized. At sa mga sponsors, maraming salamat. Kumusta kayong lahat dyan? Sana'y nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Mabuti ang mga lagay nyo. Hindi nagbuti-buti, kundi mabuti. Anyway, traffic pa po ngayon dito. Matagal-tagal din akong di nakapag-motovlog. And I've been busy. Supposed to be may ride kami kahapon. Hindi ako nakasama kasi galing ako ng shoot. Mahirap. Kailangan magpahinga kasi katawan natin, una natin sa trabaho. Let's get off this traffic. First, actually may speed limit itong Ormoc eh. Around 60 kilometers lang yata pag city driving. What the heck? What are you doing? Ka-overtake nga. You're not overtaking. What the heck are you thinking? Oops! Maganda na ang kapit ng brake ko. Since bagong-bago na. Amoy bago. Now today we're gonna be talking about ECU. Ano ba yung ECU? Nakakain ba yun? Of course, ECU is defined as Electronic Control Unit. But since we are talking about motorcycles here, pag pinag-uusapan yung motor at mga kotse or mga sasakyan, well, it's defined as Engine Control Unit. Yes, Control Unit. Or kumbaga, kung computer yan, it is the CPU or the Central Processing Unit. Now, ano ba yung Engine Control Unit? By definition, siyempre, yun yung nagko-control ng makina mo. Now, lahat ba ng motor may ECU? Well, unfortunately, hindi. So, not all makabagong mga bagong motor lang, relatively new motorcycles are the ones na may ECU, dahil yung ECU ay kakambal ng mga FI na unit or mga fuel injected units or motorcycle. That's already about fuel injection and carburetor, so if you haven't watched the video, tingnan nyo muna yun. Anyway, as I've said, ECU basically yun yung nagko-control sa makina. Nakadepende siya sa mga sensors ng makina mo. So of course, controlling your makina or your engine is a complex process. Komplikado po siya. But since di tayo masyadong technical sa mga bagay-bagay na ganyan, sabihin na natin na yung mga sensor sa makina mo, yun yung nag-send or nagbibigay signal or nagbibigay information sa ECU mo para timplahin. Yes, timplahin. May patimpla-timpla ka palang nalalaman, J-Cat Moto. Timplahin ang air and fuel. Yes, baka parahin tayo dito. Sir, lisensya? Salamat. Buti di tayo hinuli. Actually, they're just asking for the license. Lisensya lang po yung hinahanap ng mga pulis na yon. So, of course, we're confident enough na ipakita lang yung lisensya natin. Dire-diretso lang. As long as you have your papers, you have your license, you have your helmet, of course. Walang mga violation, but most of the time, lalo na pag malapit lang yung mga biyahe, nakakalimutan natin yung lisensya, nakakalimutan natin yung helmet, patay tayo dyan. Anyway, going back to the topic, why are we talking about ECUs right now? Simple lang naman po naging dahilan doon. Dahil ECU, one of the easiest way na medyo mag-improve, relatively improve your engine's performance, ECU. Diba kung may stock ECU, meron ding racing ECU, racing or aftermarket ECU. From the word itself, racing, hindi po siya basta-basta na ECU because that ECU can be tuned to your specific engine or to the configuration of your makina. Of course, overtake muna tayo dahil mabango masyado tong baboy na nasa unahan. Mabango, masyadong mabango. What the heck? Kahuwa. Oy! Kagwang. Mabilis rin magpatakbo tong baboy trailer. Excuse me, oy! Sige nga, let's race. Racing with the baboy trailer. Bilisan muna natin para di makaabot yung mabangong mga baboy na nakasakay sa trailer. Racing ECU are programmable or can be tuned to your specific engine configuration, and at the same time, nagtatanggal siya ng limiter. Ano naman yung limiter? Yung stock na ECU, mga motor natin, has a limiter. From the word itself, naglilimit siya. May specific na RPM. Kumwari, sa Sniper 150, hanggang 10,000 RPM lang siya, or so kahit anong gagawin mong piga dyan, hanggang 10,000 RPM lang talaga yung magiging resulta. Kung mapapansin nyo, one specific motorcycle, may specific na limit yan. Example, Sniper 150 tops around 10k RPM, and top speed niya on the road is around 137 kph, 138. Same goes with other motorcycles. May limit, specific limit talaga siya. But it depends on the model and the brand. For example na lang, yung R1 or Yamaha R1. R1 is a 1000cc sports bike. Due to the limiter, hanggang 299 kilometers per hour lang yung Yamaha R1. Speaking of the limiter, ang ginagawa ng racing ECU, tinatanggal niya or natatanggal yung limiter. So for example, sa Sniper 150, instead of going just around 10k RPM, more than 10k RPM na, depende na sa configuration ng ECU. Iba, kayang-kaya hanggang 16k RPM, others are configured 12k, 14k, depende na. That is one benefit of a racing ECU. So depending on your motorcycle, since I am a Sniper 150 user, so I'm more familiar with the Sniper 150 na racing ECU or aftermarket ECU. Prices more or less around 7,000 and above. So yun yung presyuhan ng aftermarket ECU. People buying aftermarket ECU are aiming for better performance since wala na nga yung limiter. Kung anong kaya ng makina, talagang napipiga, not necessarily fullest potential, but meron pang ibubuga pag naka-aftermarket ECU. So advantage is its tunability for better performance sa motorcycle mo, at saka yung limiter niya natatanggal. Kalimutan ko pala i-mention na tono ng stock ECU is most of the time aim ng manufacturer is for economy, so speed sa gas. So yun yung configuration ng stock ECU. While on the other hand, racing ECU is tuned for performance. So secondary na lang yung mileage or gas consumption. Now what is the disadvantage of your racing ECU? Now the disadvantage of your racing ECU is that you are risking your engine to blow up. Baka masira yung makina mo. Why? Kasi wala na siyang limit. Kumbaga yung specified na motorcycle manufacturer is just around maybe 10k RPM, and you're forcing your engine to perform more than that. Diba? Pinilit mo. Yun yung term, pinilit. Diba? Mga RPM gauge natin, may pula. So, yun yung limit. But since gusto mong mapabilis yung motor mo, gusto mong racing, mabilis na. Ang problema lang doon, baka masira yung engine mo. And of course, performance-wise, yes, it will improve. But ang ECU lang yung bibilhin mo. Hindi mo talaga makukuha yung performance na pinaka-optimum or maximum performance ng motor mo kung ECU lang. Kasi in reality, hindi lang ECU ang dapat mong palitan. Gusto mong mag-racing. Baga kargado, get the maximum performance that your engine can offer, nandun na yun yung risk na masira yung engine mo. Ikaw ay di kakarera sa racetrack, probably wouldn't need a racing ECU. Mas mainam na siguro at invest mo na lang sa gears. Anyway, we have different priorities as a motorcycle rider, right? Iba dyan, pagandahan ng motor, mga accessories. May iba naman, they're investing on helmets and gears. Of course, there are those people na want better performance out of their motorcycle. If you are aiming for better performance, you can invest more on magpapagaan ng motor mo, racing parts na hindi nag-e-involve or walang papalitan sa makina or sa ECU mo. Pwede mo namang i-improve yung performance by saving weight. Yes, kung mapapagaan mo yung motor mo. So, but of course, pag racing na talaga ang gusto mo, racing ECU would be one of the things that you have to change. Yung pagtotono naman ng racing ECU, parang misleading yung sinasabing plug and play. I don't think you can get the most out of your racing ECU pag sinabing plug and play lang. Kasi iba-iba yung configuration ng motor eh. Kailangan mo pa rin talagang itono yung racing ECU. But unfortunately, you want the best way to tune or kailangan mong i-dyno yan. Medyo limitado lang yung mga shop na nagda-dyno. You would be limited lang sa DIY. Do it yourself na pagtotono, laptop lang, tapos once na tono, testing sa highway, tapos pag medyo bitin pa rin, tono na naman ulit, mahirap talaga. Kung di ka nangangarera, huwag ka nang bumili. You're just wasting your money. Instead of investing on ECU, why not invest on gears? Invest on your skills. Kasi real talk tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Nakakakuha tayo ng lisensya ng walang proper training. Yun, nakakaalaman sa pagmamaneho. Mga common sense lang naman yung iba, pero mahirap pa rin kasi walang proper training eh. Invest on riding gears. Invest on learning. That is my take on that part. ECU naman, if you ask me, I really wouldn't bother changing my ECU. Since I am a stock lover, I do love my motorcycle stock. If I want to have a better performance out of my motorcycle, might as well buy a new bike, a better bike, a faster bike. Okay lang kung marami kang pera. Unfortunately, karamihan, gaya ko, stay stuck. Yun lang. Enjoy mo lang naman lahat na nadadaan sa speed. Hindi naman tayo karirista. Kasi if you're riding your motorcycle, it's 90% the rider talaga. And 10% your motorcycle. So, ganun lang. So, I guess I have to end this motovlog right here. But we're ending this episode. So, I have to leave you with this song. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you love your motorcycle, you really don't have to buy a racing ECU. Bro, that's about it. This is your boy J. Moto saying you bye-bye. Woohoo!